Okay, so um, let me just inform you a little bit about what we're gonna do today, and then we can start streaming. And I'll have to take a break at some point, have some dinner. But so today I spent most of the day working on the UI for a Heka. So last time what we did was we switched a lot of well, it wasn't exactly last time, but recently we switched a lot of this isn't even how I want to do this anymore. We switched a lot of the UI over to the regular documenter.jl format, and we added a logo and favicon, as well as edited just some of the documentation. But drafted that for a pull request, and I agree that it should be done in VTipRes. And so here, let's go to docs. I'll give you a little preview of what the work that I've done today looks like. And let's copy this and open it up in Firefox. So here's what it looks like if we're in kind of a restricted window at the moment. So there's been kind of like a lot of changes, but nothing too dramatic. The biggest one is maybe this icon, which I kind of like. So I made this image with the idea to make something that had negative space. And then I changed pretty much the primary theme color to match this icon. So we have Heka, it's computational number theory for everyone. Fast open source computer algebra system for computational number theory. And here's the introduction and everything that we had from last time. So I think this looks pretty good, honestly. What I think I still want to do is pull this getting started section into this homepage. So if you go to getting started, you can see some of the like demo of what Heka will do. And I think that would be nice to have in the homepage. Also, kind of a little introduction to how to get started using Heka. And then you will just have manual tutorials, how-to guides in this top part. Yeah, I might try to brainstorm some of the titles here. So like manual and documentation, that sounds effectively the same to me. Although I guess manual and documentation probably have different literal meanings. I feel like documentation is probably a little bit more accurate. Tutorials is pretty self-explanatory. Tutorials, although there's only one made at the moment. And then how-to guides, these are going to be things that are like kind of fast. How do I do X? So you can go and it'll just be, how do you compute the order of a number field? Well, to compute the order of a number field, you use kind of just this sequence of commands. Then you have it stored as an object. And I'm kind of wondering why this part here is not rendering correctly. I thought I had changed this. But yeah, this too, actually. I thought that I had changed to be centered. Okay, so I have to look that up and see maybe why that isn't registering. But this is kind of how it looks at the moment. What was something else that wasn't in the plan? These blocks, they look pretty good now, honestly, being underneath the kind of main title. But I think that they will each have So the suggestion was to put 4 of them, each having a link to a different section of the website, and I kind of think that's not a bad idea. I mean, this looks pretty good, honestly. Hello, Cha-Cha. I think that this looks pretty good in the sense that, like, now you kind of are met. Hello, Cha-Cha. You can't totally see, but you'll see this tail, yeah. So now when you open up, okay. So now when you open up Heka, you'll be introduced just straight to some kind of introduction, and there's a little bit more flow. Oh, you bit me. I think Cha-Cha is a little bit annoyed. Actually, he just laid down, but I want to go get him dinner now, is what I just saw. Okay. I think the flow is a little bit better. So I don't necessarily have any complaints with how it looks, I think, on the front end immediately, other than some of these things. And so that's what we're going to work on today, essentially, is furthering or making further this page, and then editing of how you're introduced to this. Because I think, it's personal opinion, but I think that a big part of usability for a system is like how it looks when you go to install it. At least, like, for example, we'll look up Macaulay 2. And Macaulay 2, I've used it. I think it's a great system. Like a really great, and especially like actually using it in the terminal, it's like a really great system. But when you go to the website, I've heard people say this, and I've kind of thought this too, is that it looks like it's like from 1995, which is probably great in terms of like how fast it is and the jazz, but it's not like, this is probably the only things that you really need. It's just it's a little bit dated, I guess, and I've heard that from other people in the field too, not just me saying that. It's not even clear necessarily to me, like, yeah, I mean, some of the things that you would want. Wonder. So like the documentation, this is the documentation. Wonder if we could get easily to like the source code. I don't know if I've ever actually tried getting to the actual source code from here. So let's see how long. I know it's on GitHub also. This is like one of the things that I think is kind of crazy. There it is. Okay. So that took a while, right? And that's maybe why some people aren't necessarily so interested in using it. Whereas with Heka, all right, I've been on this website for a long time now. So like if you wanted to click GitHub, it's like right there. But right, I also know where pretty much everything is on this website now. Okay. I'm gonna start playing some music, and actually Chacha's happy and laying down on my arms, but I kind of want to go get him some dinner and get the cats a little bit more taken care of. So I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I realized that the reason why there are some parts that look edited, look not edited, even though I know I did edit them, is because I edited them in this file, which we have to revert. It's not the end of the world. So something that I was interested in is okay, so the loading page has this features, right, which is constructing these boxes on the website. And I think that the features are good, actually, at this point. Which I might just copy and paste these over in order to have, like, some links maybe in there. Oscar actually was clickable, that's crazy. I'm surprised that this is not yeah. I'm surprised that this is not using this color, but okay, we can figure that out. So how do I imagine this to look? So we could do this. So Tommy says we could do Heka, which would be an introduction, take you to the introduction. And then manual, tutorials, and for developers. So the only thing that I think is needed, so if we go to manual, this is reloaded. Tutorials, this is reloaded. How-to guides, that's reloaded. Okay, getting started is the only one that I think that we should change then. So, yeah, so we just need to take getting started and somehow incorporate it into here. We can essentially remove the introduction now because it's not so important. We can just put it back up into. We'll just copy and paste it into the hero thing. It's weird that double clicking this will give you a new tab. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just used to, I guess, Zen at this point. So let's copy this and see if that will paste well to here. And then also here. Then we'll delete this. And I wonder if it will refresh or if I have to make it. I think I have to make it. So and then in the meantime, let's go to, we should do maybe a few terminals. And this one will just have this open. So we're going to be taking some of the edits from this markdown and putting it into the quick start guides, how-to guides. Kind of makes you want to have two of these open, you know? I kind of don't like that that was a purple link. Because I feel like it wasn't before, so it kind of made me... I'm also interested, I saw that whatever, before it's loading the CSS and things, I saw that the details weren't in Markdown. Markdown didn't work. So we'll probably have to re-upload some things. Great. Oh, now it's red. Perfect. When the window tiling gets all fucked up, I have to relaunch it. My mouse is also fucked up now. It's just cat hair. It's just cat hair on it. In the laser. Okay, so the markdown doesn't work. So we're gonna find that out. How do we make that work? Where was I looking earlier where that was provided the details for that? Oh, I was looking in like lux.jl, and there's some docs that have so we just have to think if there's, so these are clickable, like they're actually clickable. It's a little bit stronger than having it's a little bit stronger than having clickable links inside of them. So let's see then what the documentation is on this. So here, the it's all in index. See, so features icon and just has a link, and the links are direct references. Cool. What would ours be? What is Heka? Click it and it goes to getting started, maybe. And then Oscar, just a link to Oscar. Could do that. So try this. So features, title, what is Heka? Heka is a software package. Uses Nemo, makes use of Nemo.jl. And AbstractAlgebra.jl. Then Oscar is part of the Oscar ecosystem. So what links would we want here? I wonder if I just do a hashtag for referencing inside of. So Lux has link introduction. So let's try clicking one of these. It went to a whole new page, right? And then getting started, yeah. And this goes to... It's kind of annoying that you don't get these highlighted if you don't click on them up here. Yeah, then ours are going to go out of place and then in. I think I just need a hashtag. I think so. We'll just try that. We'll try just hashtag. I don't know if I want to just try the hashtag. Because it takes some computing power to like render the documents, so okay. So instead of rendering the documents myself, I asked the much faster Gemini, surprisingly faster, which, you know, who knows if that's the same amount of energy use or not. So we've got a link, and one of these should be getting started, right? Let's say getting started section. And then the link will go to the getting started section. I don't know if this needs to be in quotes. And these should be in quotes also. Doesn't seem right. Lux is not in quotes. But because I am referencing something that has a space in it, I feel like quotes are not a bad thing. Okay, then Oscar, we'll find Oscar. System. Tools. So there's like welcome to Oscar symbolic tools, where it explains kind of a lot of stuff like the documentation, and then there's the oscarsystem.org computer algebra project. And I can pull this up here. So like I think that this is the one that I would want to reference, honestly. Not that though. So Okay. And this one's going to stay here. And then we had another one, which is responsible for the documentation. I should put it on another workspace, right? That would make sense. So let's do that. Minimize this, and slap the build and the server on another workspace. So we'll send it to workspace 2. It's building on workspace 2 and servers on workspace 2. Okay. And now it should be cool. So workspace 2, workspace 1. I have to get used to doing that though, but it definitely is optimal for me to switch workspaces in this way. So I'll spend some time trying to do it. And I think I want this over here. So I actually want 2 of these because I'm going to be copying and pasting over. Oh wait, I can just, I forgot that you could do this. So we'll do So what does this say? Getting started. The guides provided here are for users that would like to rapidly start using Heka.jl in their workflow. We also provide tutorials which go into more depth for particular topics for users looking for specific information regarding what exactly is provided by Heka. We recommend looking in the manual. And this is no longer getting started. It's now introduction. Introduction is very generic. Should this be here still like this? Geodes guides. And then how do I compute an order of a number field? Decompose. How do I test if an ideal is principal? Construct a residue field. Reduce a polynomial ideal. Is that good? We're looking at this though. So now these are not. Oh, that's clickable, but this is not. This one is though. Oh, that looks nice too. Okay, so one thing did work and one thing didn't work. There is a chance that it is the lack of quotes here that screwed us. So we're gonna run this again and then go back over. Now the how-to guide should be good. The one thing that I think we still need is what, kind of like sections in like a file tree system. And how would that, it's in the secret menu, I think. So I could have maybe just started doing page down and stuff. Sidebar, we're not gonna have getting started anymore, I think. Is this all CSS? It is not. What was this? It was MTS. I don't know how to comment. Okay. I know how to comment now. Getting started. Manual tutorials, how-to guides. I wish the manual was just documentation to some extent. Home, manual tutorials, how-to guides. And the manual should have a for developers section, I guess. Which is okay. This done. Thought it was done. There was an error. Oh, the quotes didn't make any sense then, huh? Okay, so we have to find out how to cross-reference. Maybe we should just get rid of the space. There's the space is the problem. So we can get rid of this. Sure. And then here we can just say getting started. Or we could actually say getting started section. And then put that there. Okay. So we still want to, I think, copy like each one of these individually. So I'm gonna just do that. Minimize this for the moment. I'm gonna go to find order. That's too much, right? Seems like too much. Oh, this is the problem. Okay. I don't remember the command S just like that. Let's do, next is test if an idealist principle. I think that's this one. So. Oh, fuck. I don't think anything got changed in this one. Yeah. In fact, I kind of want that to be like this. So we'll go to decompose, delete that. We'll go to define order. Yeah, delete that. The annoying thing was that I didn't save. Okay. And now... Oh, also my form is like fucking toast right now. Just from hitting J so much. The annoying thing is that like, I'm gonna try it again. But my accessibility settings had to get turned on so that I couldn't push and hold because of like problems in the device firmware. I don't know. Let's see. So repeat keys. We're gonna turn it on. See what happens. I also want to change power. I had to turn this off too at some point. We'll do that. I had to turn that off too because the computer was like, it was going into idle, and after it went into idle, it would come back on, and then it would idle every minute. If you move the computer in a minute, it would idle. So I couldn't take it. It was a bit too annoying. That wasn't the one that I was on. I was on this one. So it still didn't render. Why is that? How to, huh? I want to know what it tried processing. I'm gonna try it one more time before I try troubleshooting this. So I'm not sure if something got changed critically. Killed a bug. 1 second. Okay, yeah, so something changed. Not sure what changed, though. I changed something in build? That doesn't make any sense. An expression starting at make.jl. On line 9, huh? Oh, I have no idea. So we'll do self-reference, cross-references in VTPress. Oh, maybe we were supposed to just use a relative URL. Okay. I think that I can see what I did. Okay. I mean, something along these lines of maybe deleting the getting started section. So let's go back and undo this because it probably is fine. And what looks like is happening, it says invalid local link image, manual index.md, ask markdown s. File does not exist in source how to index. Sure. File does not exist in source how to index. That's probably also true. So why is it, yeah, why would this happen? I could imagine something like when I do the cross-reference to no, because we got rid of the cross-reference and it was still doing that. So I'm not sure why this would happen. Oh, it's relative paths. Here it's saying that this is not good. Yeah, that's true. So it should be dot. Yeah. Then yeah. Okay. That was actually pretty easy, I think. My hands. Fuck is this? Why is enter doing this? So I was already there. Where were we? So we were in the hidden files, editing the the top band, right? So I removed the getting started, and What's it look like? It hasn't finished. Like too impatient. It's actually looking like that. I don't know what happened to make it do that. Nav is completely gone. We got a bunch of references to references. Getting started section, getting started section. Why would that be there? This doesn't click anywhere. That's still a good click. I feel like hiding this shouldn't have done anything. But hiding that and not hiding also no, this is a sidebar individually for each page, so hiding that should have done something. But I couldn't imagine that it would have done something so drastic as default back to the original. Yeah, okay. So Chacho's back for more cuddles. You wanna come here, bud? We can troubleshoot together. Okay. So somewhere, Chacho, I have introduced ambiguity, and because of that, we are no longer getting a good render. So there is a chance that it's in this one spot. So maybe it's not linked. Maybe it should be. Fuck, it's in YAML. Try quotes then. We can also check just other places to see if they have similar cross-reference links like we want. Oh, scared the hell out of Chacha. My bad. I feel like this is a big warning. Yeah. And if I get rid of that and I get rid of this, let's check if it will work. And then if that's not it, then somewhere else. Although now we have a getting started section section again. Cross-referencing. Okay, why is this? Who the fuck did I change the build? Other than I deleted an include. And that was fine. Okay. That was fucking with me for a while. And I think it was actually nothing. I just had to refresh, essentially. So, we've got the getting started again. That's kind of weird. Right, did I save that? No. And the other one that I didn't necessarily save was in here. I do want to create a title. For a anchor link. So we can just try doing something like getting started section. And I'll try writing this also. And we're gonna try building again. I'm gonna quit the host. Because this build was totally fine. In terms of at least how it looked locally. So, in the meantime, we can actually start changing some of this getting started stuff. Write it up. I don't think that I should eat dinner. It's pretty soon. Okay, getting started is gone. It's now just home, manual, tutorials, how-to guides, and this bullshit is still here. And this is not clickable still. Okay, but now at least we know. True. I could believe that we don't need HTML in here anymore. And so we can get rid of this raw HTML. But let's check with here. Yeah. Okay, let's delete it. Right, and on. Before I do that, let me just check. So now, should I have it in quotes or no? Let's put it in quotes. Alright, I'm gonna go get some food. So I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, so I think it's right. I think Gemini's right that there's an error somewhere. Either somewhere it's specified that this should be processed as HTML instead of Markdown. Sorry, instead of YAML. Um, because it does seem like in the Julia Lux. Oh no, they also have it as raw HTML. I have no fucking idea. I forgot to click this. Yeah. Well then, I'm not sure. Okay, I'll try to figure it out though, but I'm gonna go silent while I eat so that it's not so distracting. Okay, what I'm doing is trying to essentially flip through and see if anyone else is tried implementing this feature. That way I can just kind of copy what they do. It seems like they all link to a separate getting started page. It's making me think, it's just, I mean, this one links to a getting started page and there's prerequisites, installation, quick start. I'm gonna have to think about, I'm gonna have to keep thinking about it. I don't know if this is even possible, but it feels like it should be. I could think of a really shitty way to get around this, which is like you like write the URL yourself to the page that will exist in the future. So like just not github.com Toffma heka.jl, but whatever the GitHub page is for Heka, and then you just / getting started and a hashtag on the homepage. I think that would be totally, I mean, something that would work, but I don't think that should be what we do. I probably have somewhat of a time limit now, just because my cat's are meowing. And I'm kind of stuck on this. It's probably just a good time to stop. I'll probably keep on working on it tonight. See if I can make any more progress on getting this through. If not, then I'll just go back to the idea of having a getting started page and maybe putting things into that getting started page. But I'll probably have to go do some. I'll probably have to go play with the cats for a little bit. So I'm gonna stop and then end it here tonight. Okay. Most of the night is probably just me eating. That happens. Thanks for joining.